What is up, YouTube? It is Envy, and I know it's been a while since we've done Planet Coaster 2 content here on the channel, but I feel like that this, in particular, is going to be something special. I present to you all my first ever blueprint on Planet Coaster 2, an Intamin Blitz called Spellbound. That's right, folks, this is an Intamin Blitz swing launch coaster, and I gotta say, being my first ever blueprint, I'm very, very proud of it. I know it took some time for me to actually figure out what I wanted to do with this coaster, but you know what? Sometimes you need to spend a little more time just to make sure that this coaster runs perfectly. I would love to give you guys the grand tour of Spellbound as well as a on-ride POV. And then after this, guys, I am going to make a little bit of an announcement regarding Planet Coaster 2 related content, so if you guys want to stick around for that at the end, it'll be very much appreciated. But until then, guys, let's take a POV of Spellbound and what you're going to be getting with this blueprint. As we enter the first-person perspective, we are right now at the marquee, at the sign of Spellbound. You have standby right over here to the left. And before we actually hop on the line itself, I did make a little bit of a feature for kinetic energy in the form of this fountain, which has these gargoyles and this blue flame onto a fountain pond, which looks really good. You know, get that kinetic energy going on here. It looks really, really great. This building is the on-ride photo booth. That's right, we have on-ride photos on Spellbound. It's right towards the end, but you guys will see that in just a bit. Decor-wise, I decided to go with a foresty theme. And the queue overall is kind of like Hagrid's motorbike adventure over to Isles of Adventure. Got a Spire statue right up here. And what I mean by that with the queue being inspired by Hagrid's, you're just going up this like mountain terrain and it's all nature-y. So you can't really jump the queue, you kind of got to experience going into the queue like we're doing right now. Going up and checking out the nature of this attraction, and I gotta say, really, really amazing stuff. You could have like really good focal points if you position the queue right. You do have some little like magic stuff in the mountain right here. There's some bottles that are just placed around here. Other than just the trees and the rocks, looks really good. That's the station right over there, just a little bit of a spoiler. And for that first drop on Spellbound, it's kind of like to Tatis at Park at Streaks. Have that little bit of inspiration, just going on down and then hopping into that first little launch. And also, I made this bridge. Oh, look, here comes the coaster. There it goes. Very, very cool stuff. Across the bridge here, you do have a little bit of a fountain right over here with this. This is a Greek mythology piece, if I remember correctly, so I think it works out good. It's like a ruined castle kind of look to it. Here's a view of that first little drop over here, and then we make our way into the castle. And again, I don't know if I ever said this in the past, but due to me not having the proper graphics card, I cannot get like the proper lighting in Planet Coaster 2. I want that to change in the future, and you guys will figure out how a little bit later on. Decided to do a little bit of minimal theming around here, just with some bottles, some little artifacts, and then this piece looked really cool, so I decided to have it like shrink down. It's amazing that like this is an animatronic, but you can shrink this, but it just works out amazingly. And also, this is probably the only point you can jump into the queue, so sorry not sorry, but anyway. Here we are at the station. Something a little bit more of a simple. You have these gargoyles, and you do have this wizard practicing a little potion with the cauldron. But overall, just a simple station, but I think the ride is going to make the biggest impact. So how about we hop on a ride on Spellbound, shall we? So guys, how awesome was Spellbound? It turned out amazing. I mean, it did take some time, but I think this coaster was a home run, in my opinion. Truly magical. But that's not all you get with Spellbound. As you head on down the exit ramp, I put in a retaining wall that features on-ride photos. So there you go, guys. You got some on-ride photos over here on this retaining wall, and then you got the photo pickup. You got to go down here, and then you make your way to this little hut where you get your on-ride photos. So you guys do get the on-ride photo booth for Spellbound. I don't know for like blueprints if you have to like link up the on-ride photos with the kiosk, but because I never had to get a blueprint for that, but just make sure you do that. Make sure everything's all synced up before you open this ride up. And of course, before we finish everything up, I did have to talk about the swing launch in particular, because this is the only scene that you guys really do get with the attraction. It kind of has a miniature storyline to it where this wizard casts a spell that makes sure he doesn't get you up to the top. And so when you head back down, the right wizard, which is supposed to be the good wizard, he sends you up the spike, but you make sure he gets enough speed to clear the camelback, and then we have a beyond vertical drop. So I'm pretty sure that Batman Gotham City Escape has a beyond vertical drop, but I think having beyond vertical drop here just makes the coaster a little bit more unique. Oh wait, here's the scene, Yeah, so that wizard casts the spell. You don't reach the top of the hill, and then you head on back, and then this wizard casts a good spell. So, stops all the momentum of the bad wizard, and makes sure you clear this hill with ease. And beyond vertical drop. Very amazing stuff, and I know real quick you're going to be questioning what is that. I want to try and get custom supports, but this is the best I can do with this particular, and this is custom supported as well. Also, the on-ride photo camera is right over here. I wish we can color the on-ride photo cameras, but it's blue. You take what you can get. But overall, guys, as my first ever blueprint here on Planet Coaster 2, I'm very proud of it, and this is something I want to do with future packs. Just take one of the coasters that is brand new, or just in general, just have the theme of the pack be the main inspiration of the coaster. And by the way, here is the share code on screen. I'll also leave the share code down in the description of the video. But in the meantime, guys, I do want to talk about Planet Coaster 2 related content for the channel. As I said earlier when I was in the queue, I do not have the proper graphics card for ray tracing and having the proper lighting, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that real quick here in settings. It's supposed to be over here, global illusion. As you can see, this setting requires a graphics card that supports ray tracing. My graphics card does not have that. And instead of getting a brand new PC so I can have better content for Planet Coaster 2, I'm ultimately decided to get a new graphics card. And of course, that's going to need money. So although I cannot get money here on YouTube, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be having a little bit of a donation page over on my Twitch channel, NV Green Ghost, where I'm going to be making some blueprints, maybe possibly do a challenge mode for Planet Coaster, as well as my other games, to support the funds for a brand new graphics card. And just so you guys know, it's not going to be having you guys all pay for it. I'm going to be doing some contribution for myself, but if you guys want to support me to make more Planet Coaster 2 related content, and because I really do love this game, and I know I'm rambling on here, but I really do love this game, and just the fact that I cannot get the proper lighting and give you guys the best content for the channel regarding Planet Coaster 2, it really sets my mood down. And also my my previous project I just not had like the best interest of making, and sometimes it is necessary, you know? If you're not happy with something, why stick with it? But overall, go ahead, take the share code, put Spellbound in your park, and do whatever you want with it. Even strip it down if you want to, it's bare bones. I really don't mind. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if y'all do like the video, make sure you hit the like button, and do not forget to subscribe for more Planet Coaster and all things gaming. I do miss playing Planet Coaster 2, so give me the motivation I need to continue on. But until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, and until then, I am out of here.